ultimately her blood pressure just dropped and she died in my wife's arms, and I was there. But that was expected. Okay? This was so unexpected. Can you imagine having your friends, your family there and getting a phone call? Sorry, your son, your daughter's been shot, killed by some madman, for whatever reason, decided to open fire. We don't understand why he would do this, and I think that's what everybody tries to figure out. We may not have all those answers anytime soon. We may not have any good answers. But as the FBI, they use terms as stressor. What was the stressor? Initially, they said this guy just snapped. They said, well, a person that snaps doesn't just go up to the 30-something floor. This was 32nd floor there in the Mandalay Hotel. Camp up there and then break the window and start spraying rounds out the window, killing all these people. This was planned. This guy had an agenda. He wanted to kill people. The why, the brothers, I have no idea. I have no idea why he did this. Now, there is a lady that they're trying to find out what connection, if any, right now. They're kind of taking a look at her here. They have her on pictures right now. We don't know if she's really directly connected, but apparently this woman they're looking at had a VIP card. So perhaps they knew each other. So they're looking. They actually have her as a suspect right now. They don't know if she's directly connected. They don't know what the association is right now. And this lady was servicing earlier this morning. But they believe the main guy for sure is dead. And they've identified him, Stephen Paddock. They're at the music festival, Las Vegas Strip, from the 32nd floor of the casino, killing 50 people, wounding more than 400 people, died at the scene. That's what we know. It just breaks my heart, folks. Paddock was seen, and let's go back to the woman here, with a woman in the car. They're looking at security footage, going through it. I guess they've pieced it together there. There's some new news coming in for The Wire right now as we speak. They've been traveling together with an Asian woman believed to be a person of interest into the investigation. This is CNBC, they noted. Police initially announced that the 62-year-old woman, identified as Mary Lou Danley, was wanted for questions, believing her to be Paddock's companion. However, according to later reports by ABC News, she is not thought to have been involved in the shooting. But they might be able to perhaps piece together maybe what his mindset was. Maybe he said something to her. Maybe he wasn't feeling good. Maybe he was anxious. Maybe something he said. But she's not believed to be linked to the shooting directly. So that's the deal. That's the association with the woman, because earlier on in the story, they thought that the woman, this Asian woman, and then I've heard Filipino, I guess the Asian Filipino, she was Filipino. I guess you could say Asian. I guess you could say, we don't want to offend any Filipino people, but anyway, they're saying Asian. I've heard one report there in Vegas, Filipino. Anyway, she was 62 years old, Mary Lou Danley. They're just questioning her right now, and perhaps she'll be released right now. But, folks, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the Vegas attack being deemed as the deadliest shooting in modern history, which is a fact. 50 people dead. Death toll inevitably is going to rise, sadly. 400 people hospitalized. Could be more than that when actual numbers come in. But we're just talking about it today and trying to, I guess, just trying to internalize some of the happenings and trying to just make some sense where it just seems sometimes there just doesn't make any sense to the rational mind, the human mind. Why, again, somebody would do this. Apparently something was bothering him. I said earlier, to somebody. Maybe he didn't like country music. Maybe he didn't like what they were singing about, and maybe he didn't like the sense of community. Maybe he was a loner. Maybe he felt isolated. We don't know a lot about his behavior. We don't know a lot about his associations. I mean, brother says this is unlike him. We didn't think he would ever do him. He was a sweet guy. Sweet guys, I find it really hard to believe, do things like this. That's a tough one to digest here. Buddy Dyer, he's our mayor in Orlando, and the city's police department issued a statement, and it said, "Terrible to wake up to the horrific news from Las Vegas. Our community stands with Vegas during this difficult time." And that's an official statement there from Orlando, just up the road. And, of course, they went through something very similar on the Orlando nightclub where 49 were killed. Like I say, 50 killed known and then 400 hospitalized. We don't know how many people are going through operations, which could be critical, ICU. We have, all those stories, all those things will be trickling in. But I tell you, one of the biggest story that comes out of all of this is, besides the horrific shooting, is the amazing testament of the concert goers who helped each other, drag people out to safety, drag people out to get help, did CPR, tried to help their friends and strangers completely, try to keep life going, tourniquets to try to stop the bleeding, doing everything they could do. Law enforcement officials had lost their lives. Undercover cops lost their lives that were there. I mean, just the barrage of bullets coming down from the 32nd floor at night, about 10-something at night local time, and not being able to see the shooter, not able to see where it was coming from, and trying to get away from it, and a lot of people just literally being shot as they were trying to get out of there. And this guy loaded again and again and again. 3 times this guy did this. And the music played again. And again. And then the music picks up again. They just didn't know what was happening. Had no idea. Folks, lots of prayers needed as we speak right now in Vegas, folks. And let's not forget our friends in Puerto Rico that are suffering in their own way from lack of food and electricity and also losing loved ones over there, folks. Let's pray. We'll be back.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
Introducing the official For the People coffee mug, patriotic as can be, in featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. With all the choices out there to enjoy some entertainment, wouldn't it just be nice to have something that didn't cost an arm or a leg? I found something that does just that. It's called 123 Ready TV. It's one of the most remarkable apps available to start watching all of those movies and TV shows for one incredible price, just $19.99. And that's a one-time only price. Recap: all your movies, current and classic, and sports and news, and so much more. So cut the cable and stop spending money at the movies when you can truly have it all at your fingertips. No commercials, just all the entertainment you desire. 123 Ready TV is available for Windows and all Android devices. Get your 123 Ready TV for just $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page to get yours now and start enjoying entertainment the way it was supposed to be. Fun. For the People has a special opportunity for you. If you own a business and want to gain a national audience that is loyal and will do business with you, imagine being able to get your product and or service into the hands of tens of thousands of people each week. Sponsorship opportunities are now available at rates you can afford. Finally, the show you love, with your business supporting what we do in partnership. Start running your commercials today. To contact us, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Your daily infusion of common sense on your radio. I'm Keith Allen, and so glad to have you with us this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you might be listening to For the People. We're talking about the horrendous shooting rampage from a psychopath. I mean, that's exactly what he was, to do such a hideous, horrible thing to innocent bystanders, innocent people out with their families. The last concert, perhaps, of the year for them, because it kind of rolls up summer for you, if you will. Fall, leading into fall. Here it is, October. People just enjoying the festival. And there's nothing like country music. I like country music immensely. I mean, and most country music's patriotic. It's not about beer and this and that, but hey, why not? It has a story to it. And everybody there had their own story. And now the story that we're talking about today, unfortunately, is that of a sick, twisted killer that decided to open fire from the Mandalay Hotel and Casino on the 32nd floor. 64-year-old guy, Stephen Paddock of Nevada, and he actually lived in Florida, too. And police are saying right now that he had as many as 10 firearms with him. This guy was locked and loaded, if you will, ready to go. Police say he was already dead when they reached to him. I guess when they blew the door down, already dead, apparent suicide. They busted in the door. According to one police officer there this morning was telling us, they blew the door down. The guy was dead. Horrible thing here. Uh,